Here, I want to show you guys how I set up my levels chart. So I got a brand new chart here, Bitcoin. You can tell it's new because Bitstamp. So I've gotten asked a couple times, how do I make my levels chart? Not the chart I trade off of, but the one that sits to the side. So I don't have to constantly be adjusting weekly, daily, monthly profiles. So here's how we do that. So again, I start a brand new clean chart so you can follow along. We're going to open up our indicators right here. We're going to type EMP. Then you should see it right here by box. All right, so on stock settings, stock everything, as you can see, stock everything, nothing different, right? So then we're going to come up here. We're going to go a triple layout just like this. In case it's not auto added. All right. So in case it's not auto added, just to make it easy for you guys, you're going to come over here. You're going to touch the dots right here, and you're going to go add this indicator to entire layout. And now you have this same chart over 3. But for example, notice even if we extend, whatever word you want to use, profiles, well, I guess it did catch the bottom, but well, I guess that kind of shits on my argument. I was going to say if there wasn't anything right here, the benefit of this is, let me not jump ahead. Okay, so again, daily profile, daily profile, daily profile. We're just going to come over here, change this to weekly. Come over here, your third one, and change it to monthly. And obviously on the higher the time frame, the better. So, you know, you could, for monthly, it would be nothing to throw on a daily chart. But that's not enough. That's not all. Daily's a little high. Let's go 4 hour. So again, we have daily profiles, weekly profiles, monthly profiles, but that's not enough because you don't want to be over here trying to mark these out and figure it out yourself, right? That's why we have this. So you're going to go into each one. Let's start left to right. Then you're going to double click on it, and you're just going to go 8, 8, and then all the way through 8, 8. And the reason why it's 8, 8 is limits from TradingView. These lines right here, all these boxes are only lines, and you can only have 5,000 lines. That's why we have to do it this way. In another video, I show you how to extend as many as you'd like. Okay, again, so now that this is nice and broken down, we can see, again, monthly, weekly, daily. And so when we're wondering why this bounce happened earlier today, right, why this bounce happened right here, so it's at the same spot on all the charts, right? Because again, this was our main drawing, and so this, when I set it up like this, it's my levels chart. And what do you find that's super interesting about this dump today? So if we extend a bunch of monthly profiles, bang on the nose. If we extend a bunch of weekly profiles, this is where it really gets impressive. Look at that. bang on the nose. That kind of ate through a little bit, but there's nothing to argue here about these weekly profiles, right? And so if you, let's just mark that level, sync in layout. So you could have seen that when this happened, right? Tap, tap, POC, POC. But it's just zones of confluence, right? That's all that matters. But I just want to make a real quick video. This is how you can hunt levels. I always keep this right here off to the side. And so I have areas of confluence. And that's, the most important. Obviously, we can see on Bitcoin, notice like how we got a naked POC. We got multiple value areas overlapping each other, etc., etc. Well, when you put that line, sync in layout. Now, it's really important that you sync in layout, because instead of going 2406, is there anything here, anything there, anything here, you don't have to worry about that. If you put it there, sync it in layout, it'll be at the exact number through all of your charts. And so we can come over, we see there's nothing on the weekly there. That's going to hold us back. And nothing on the monthly there. That's going to hold us back. So we did have a single print box right here. And it's kind of cool that, we literally touch that single print box. So it'll be interesting to see what happens from here. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys that. And I highly recommend just keeping this up on another display kind of tucked away. Use your normal one however you choose to use it, but instead of having to constantly daily, weekly, monthly, instead of doing that, it's a lot easier to just do this, squirrel it away, mark your zones, and say, is there any other thing in the way, right? For short term, obviously, we have 2406, which is important because it's the closest naked POC to the upside. To the downside, it's all the way down at 19,265. So with us being this close, obviously we would favor 2409 before we would favor that 19, just because distance, right? This is an imbalance in the market. Come up, tap that imbalance, right? But as another thing, yes, it gets messy when you're extending these, but this level right here is going to be wicked. Like when we try to run into that, we are going to bonk our heads big time. And again, it's not just lines, right? So on the daily, this is substantial resistance. Again, sync it in your layout and see if it matches up with anything. No low volume nodes there, pretty balanced profile. Same here, pretty balanced. Yeah, nothing big there. So we know that's mainly daily pressure, which obviously rather have daily pressure than, weekly or monthly, but just wanted to show you guys that. Also, it helps, again, right? When you see levels like this all in confluence or all damn near stacked on top of each other, this kind of candle is the only thing that's going to get through it. So if you see price kind of coming up, like look at this. This is only one value area. We hit our head, touch the single print, hit our head, right? That's only one. Now imagine 2 with a POC. Now imagine 4 with a POC. The only way to get through this is volume. Like look at this right here, this big candle right here. Look at all that volume and it still didn't get through that zone. It had to soak up all that liquidity and then make the dump, back test one more time, and then there she ran. But I just wanted to show you guys how to sync this up on your chart, and see you guys in the future.